Hi everyone, this is another timeless message for the collective, and the topic I want to talk about today is why is separation needed in the twin flame connection? So first off, if twins encountered each other day after day while they were unhealed versions of themselves, this connection would actually become pretty toxic to deal with. It would be no different than the relationships you've actually had with previous karmics. The twin flame connection is different precisely because the entire purpose of it is to trigger you to heal and to learn about your own self. So now, unfortunately, majority of twins don't actually understand this message right away. So what you get is exactly that. Sort of a karmic type of connection where you keep bumping into each other like these bumper cars that can't seem to get out of each other's way. Instead of finding your own lane, the feminine energy keeps ramming into the masculine energy, and all you get is a whole lot of friction between the two individuals. The more you try to figure it out with your mind, the more you keep running each other over, having zero ability to understand what the connection really is, what it's meant to do, and, really for the feminine energy to understand that the individual you're dealing with is just not ready for this yet. The feminine energy in this dynamic truly struggles with this so much because they've experienced that initial love phase with their twin that lasts only a few weeks, and you keep trying to recreate that excitement and that momentum, which just isn't possible, so all you get is a whole lot of frustration. At this point, ultimately, the twins have to separate because the work that the divine is actually asking them to do does have to be done independently. You have to go through an intense purification process through Kundalini, most probably years of clearing blockages and karma, and unfortunately, you just can't do that being next to each other. Remember, you act as a mirror to your twin flame. So as long as you are unhealed, you can't be honest with each other, can't care for each other the way you would want, and you can't support one another in the way that you need. So to be able to accept and look at an unhealed version of you definitely cannot be comforting and definitely won't give you the love that you're looking for. So at some point on this journey, the feminine energy does figure this out and starts to do the work independently. Now you may ask, but even though I am doing the work, I keep running into my twin and we still keep separating, and why is this happening, or how many times is this going to happen? So how many times it's going to happen is really that's going to vary for each twin, so it's really hard to put a number on that. But essentially, I think what you want to try and understand here is that as long as you can't, and this is for the feminine energy, as long as you can't control your mind from focusing on your twin, this will continue to happen. You will run into separation if you go about it this way over and over. And the feminine energy just needs to gain more control, which can only be done via meditation. That is the only way you can control your mind, to stop focusing on the outside and redirecting your focus on the inside. The actual process that the feminine energy is actually being asked to go through is to meditate, to alchemize their own frequency so that separation can stop to exist and stop to persist. Yes, this can take a while because we aren't talking about a quick clearing here. We're talking about lifetimes upon lifetimes of karmic debt, old wounds, traumas. You may think to yourself, oh yes, I remember that I haven't healed from this, or oh yes, I still have a broken heart from this previous relationship. Now these are just the basic, old wounds or traumas that you actually may be aware of. When we're talking about karmic clearing here, going on the journey that you are on, we're talking about lifetimes and lifetimes, and there are so many things you don't even know about yourself that you could be carrying from previous lifetimes that you are also responsible for clearing. The truth is, the sooner you can remove the romance out of this connection, the easier your progress will become. The only way to expedite that is to start doing the inner work. The sooner you do the inner work, the separation can come to an end. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this was helpful. God bless.